Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. Not the best pack to start, but not the worst. The blue cards are quite bad. You could be Savage and first pick Niv Mizzet. Rufelos is pretty good. It's one of the few green cards that I would first pick. And that's the second card I would take out of this pack, but let's take a Mana Vault. This card is excellent, just tons of mana, enables some truly broken turn 2s. So, let's start with that. Okay, not the best pack to follow it up either. Emrakul is good, but not really what we're doing. Swords of Plowshares is excellent. Baleful Strix is excellent, but neither of them really use Mana Vault. Neither plays particularly well with Mana Vault. Although I do think Blue-White Control is a good Mana Vault deck. Turn 1 Mana Vault, turn 2 Teferi is quite strong, or like turn 3 Elspeth Sun Champion. So we could take the Swords. We could take Metal Worker, but that's not a card I like to second pick. And nothing else here is that appealing. Yeah, let's take the Swords of Plowshares. Ooh, okay, Mind Twist. That is a perfect card for Mana Vault. So that's one option. We could also take Mother of Runes if we want to be white. This is one of the better white cards. So we could take that and lean towards mono white. I think that is the main decision here. Mom versus Mind Twist. There's also like Vendilion Click, Steam Vents, Ashiok as good cards, but that doesn't really synergize with what we have right now. I think I like taking the Mother of Runes though. If this was pack 2, I would take the Mind Twist, but Swords of Plowshares and Mother of Runes are both great, and Mana Vault is solid in mono white. It's not at its best, but there's a lot of Planeswalkers, and just turn 2 Elspeth Knight Errant is pretty solid. Yeah, I think Mother of Runes is probably the right pickup here. And now we can take, I was going to say Giver of Runes, which is also good, but Umezawa's Jite is excellent. I think that's the card we should take here. The Giver of Runes might come around. We'll see. If we had taken Mind Twist, we could just take, like, Murderous Rider, but I think this is more of a proactive deck if we're playing mono white, and I think that's a good place to be. Yeah, I'll take the Jite and hope to wheel Giver. Alright, now we have a few options. There's Spectral Procession and Swift Reconfiguration. Worth noting, green does look sort of open, so if we take in Rufelos, that could be good. I'm leaning towards taking the Swift Reconfiguration here. It's a solid removal spell, and Spectral Procession, basically, if Spectral Procession is not wheeling, we don't want to be playing mono white. Yeah, let's try and wheel the Spectral Procession and take the solid removal spell. Now we could take Sword of Fire and Ice or Karakas. I think we just want to take Karakas. This card is very, very good. Excellent interaction against a lot of decks, and we might get some of our own combos with it. It's good for protecting our own Thalia, stuff like that. This is one of the best equipment, and so if we already had Stoneforge Mystic, I might take the Sword. And Unlicensed Source is also a solid card in a lot of matchups, but let's take the Karakas. Ooh, Blade Splicer versus Mana Tithe. That's close, but I think I like the Tithe slightly more. Yeah, I'll take this card. We are low on creatures right now. Basically, every single time we have had an option between a creature and a non-creature, we've taken the non-creature. So, I think that's fine. All the cards we have are good, and we have a very low curve, which I like. But we're going to need to pick up some creatures soon, and there's one. Solid Flicker Wisp. That is a very late Green Sun Zenith, but let's take the Flicker Wisp. So there's an Elspeth we want to wheel. There was a, there's the Blade Splicer, Giver of Runes, Spectral Procession. Hopefully we see these cards all coming around. I think white is open. We've gotten like solid white cards in every single pack. But this is really where this strategy will be made or broken. If we're not wheeling those cards, we'll need to either pivot totally or play like red-white or something, like just play another color. But hopefully they all come around and white's super open and we have a busted mono white deck. Flicker Wisp is not particularly strong with our current deck. It's still just a evasive 3-power creature for 3, which isn't bad. But we don't have any enter the battlefield effects. Hopefully we get the Blade Splicer and other things like that. Alright, pretty solid pack here. Gideon Jura is not bad. It's also good on turn 2 off of Mana Vault, but I think we want to take the Port here. Rishadan Port is very good interaction. Yeah, let's take that. Silverblade Paladin on the wheel, that is a nice one. We actually might not play the Mana Vault. I mean, we'll see. I hope we can play it because it's so good when you have it on turn 1, and then you can use it. But right now, it doesn't help us too much. The cards that would make us want to play Mana Vault are things like Elspeth. Some artifacts like Walking Ballista would be good with it. If we got Blast Zone, or sorry, not Blast Zone, Urza's Saga. But yeah, let's definitely take Elspeth. So far, we've gotten a good card in every single pack. White is looking extremely open. I believe the next pack is the Giver of Runes pack. Nice. This would be a decent sideboard card in some matchups, but not going to pass Giver of Runes. That's a really nice card. And I like these two cards in conjunction with each other, too. I can't believe we already have 6 1-mana plays. That's excellent. Nice. The Procession came around. I believe next is Blade Splicer. We're getting to the very end, so there's a good chance we... Oh, wow. Sword Wield. Nice. Hopefully we can get Stoneforge Mystic now. This is looking like an excellent Stoneforge deck. Alright, no Blade Splicer, but that's fine. Alright, there's the Stoneforge Mystic. There's also Council's Judgment, though, and Dismember. So, I think this is probably too good to take. It's pretty likely to come around. I would say this is like 85% to come around, and this is like 75% to come around. Normally, I would take the one that is less likely to wheel. But in this case, Stoneforge Mystic is just too important, I think. It's really, really good in this deck already, and it might become even better if we get Batterskull, Skull Clamp, more swords, and there's still a decent chance Council of Judgment comes around, especially because this pack is pretty good. Someone's definitely going to take Signet, Animate Dead, Abrade, Nissa, Force of Negation. I guess those are the only 5 that are 100% going to be taken, but I think we got to take the Stoneforge Mystic here. This is way too good to pass. Okay, we're not really a Monastery Mentor deck. Disenchant's good. I would probably play this in the main deck, at least be happy to have it in the board. And Wormcoil Engine's an interesting sideboard card too. But let's take the Mishra's Factory. This card is really good. We have a mono white mana base, so we can afford to play some of these colorless lands. And I also, in particular, like these man lands with equipment. Being able to just go like animate, equip your sword, swing, plays around sorcery speed removal really well, and is just a great all-around pickup. Interesting. So there's Ravagers of War. We don't really have any need for Prismatic Vista at the moment. So I think we just take Lion Sash, which is actually great in this deck. I've never played with this card. I've played against it before, and it's pretty good, but it's another card to find with Stoneforge Mystic. It gives us Graveyard Hate, which we don't have right now, and we passed Unlicensed Hearse and Relic of Progenitus. Yeah, this actually seems really sweet. Let's take Lion Sash. Now we get not much. This is a pretty bad pack for us. We could take Land Tax, Corrosive Portal, or Baneslayer Angel. I think those are the main considerations. Corrosive Portal is probably worse than the other two. Land Tax is a great sideboard card when we're on the draw, and Baneslayer Angel is a great sideboard card against mono red and mono green. I think I like taking the Land Tax here. Yeah, Baneslayer Angel will hopefully come around, but we'll take the Land Tax and start within the board, but bring it in some matchups. Okay, we're not an Ephemerate deck. Thalia is honestly, this is not the best Thalia deck either, because we do have a lot of non-creatures, but this is still definitely the pick. It's an excellent card, and hopefully we can find some more creatures to make it better. Now we get a late Student of Warfare. That is excellent. This pack is looking very, very strong. Or this deck. 4 white cards. That is what we like to see. I think in this deck, I want to take Adonto Vanguard. We already have Swords of Plowshares for removal. I would like to be able to play Alice too, but I want more creatures. Our creature count's a bit low, and Adonto Vanguard is one of the better 2-drops in the format. Yeah, let's take this card. And then I'm really expecting one of these white cards to be the last card in the pack. Alright, honestly, probably not playing this Mana Vault, unfortunately. What is this deck missing? To be honest, nothing. Like, if the draft was over right now, I guess we wouldn't have quite enough playables, but we have solid removal, an excellent curve, a complete Stoneforge Mystic package. Just a really good deck. Alright, now we get Recruiter of the Guard. That's a solid one. So we can find a creature with toughness 2 or less. So I bet a lot of the times we'll be looking for Stoneforge Mystic. Sometimes Flicker Wisp. Sometimes Silverblade. Sometimes Lion Sash. I mean, yeah, this is just a great deck for Recruiter. I wouldn't mind a few more good 1-mana creatures. Figure of Destiny, Thraben Inspector. Nice. Council of Judgment did come around. So did Sword of Body and Mind, which is good, but I think I'd rather just take the Council of Judgment here. We already have a great Stoneforge Mystic package. Granted, if we play against Mono Green a lot, we will want the Sword of Body and Mind. But I think Council of Judgment is good enough that it's worth taking here. Our curve is starting to get a little bit heavy at 3. So hopefully we can get some more 1s and 2s. Oh, I guess the other main way that we could upgrade this deck would be through the mana base. Wasteland, Strip Mine in particular. Mutavault would also be good. Alright, let's take Disenchant. We're not really a Monastery Mentor deck, and I think this is going to start in the board because we have so many spells already, but it's an excellent sideboard card. Ravagers of War. That's a card I might want in the main deck. We'll see how the final build looks, but I do like this card. Nice, we get the Baneslayer for the board. Not playing any of these. Yeah, Ravagers of War looks pretty good. The lower our curve is, the better Ravagers is. So we'll see. If we get no more 1-drops, we probably can't play this. But if we get a few more, then this could be a really nice curve topper. It's like turn 1 Mother of Runes, turn 2 Adonto Vanguard, turn 3 Silverblade Paladin, turn 4 Ravages will win many, many matchups handily. We could cut Flicker Wisp potentially if we're looking to cut 3s. It's good with the Recruiter and it's good with Stoneforge Mystic, but that's currently it. Whoa. Weirdly late Primeval Titan. I'll take Aura Shards is actually kind of interesting. This card could be very good if we get some green fixing. I'm not going to go out of my way for it, but we'll see. Ooh, last pick. Pretty good card. I like Adeline a lot. Nice. This deck is busted. Thraben Inspector is great, and I hope it comes around, but we'll take the Black Lotus. That is pretty sweet. Yeah, this isn't the best Lotus deck ever. I mean, turn 1 Elspeth Knight Errant will probably win most games. But like, even just going like turn 1 like land, Mother of Runes, and then like playing one of these 3-drops will win a lot of the time. Okay, now we can take a Figure of Destiny. That's a good pickup. 2 solid white cards here as well, and we'll see how the deck looks in determining which one we want. I'm thinking they're both going to wheel most likely. But yeah, definitely taking Figure of Destiny here. Now we get, oh wow, Path to Exile is excellent, but given that we have a solid removal and so many spells, it's between these 2 lands. I think Wasteland is slightly better. Library of Alexandria is excellent, certainly. But, and it's a better card overall. I would first pick this over Wasteland, but in this specific deck, we have a pretty clear game plan, which is just to be like fast and disruptive and win before they can get established. And I think Wasteland is probably going to be better for that plan than Library is. Interesting pick now. Gideon versus Leon and Relic Order. They should both come around. I want Leon and Relic Order slightly more, actually, in this deck, but I think this is, like, basically 100% to come around, and this is only 80. So we'll take the Gideon. It's also very good with Black Lotus. Oh, speaking of good with Black Lotus, Palace Jailer, easy. Elspeth Resplendent is solid. We would maybe play it, but definitely taking this Palace Jailer. I think we're going to move Ravagers of War to the board for now. This deck is really, really good. We're probably going to want to play 16 lands. Ooh, okay. Wow, actually, this is a very good pack again. Lotus is tempting. We can't use it as a companion, but it's just a solid creature. Solitude's excellent, and Usher of the Fallen is excellent. Kitchen Fix is good too, but these other ones are better. I think Solitude and Usher of the Fallen are the two cards we want to get out of this pack. Let's take Solitude first, I think. It's much more likely to get taken by someone else. And Usher of the Fallen's good. I want to have one drops, but we're not... Like, we have decent one drops. We're not really, really hurting for them. So we'll take the Solitude. And now Restoration Angel, but I think we're probably not going to have that in the main deck. What are the cuts here? Flicker Wisp looks better now that we have Palace Jailer and Solitude. We could cut Adeline. It's a great card, but we also do have Caracas, though. I really don't want to cut any of these cards. Maybe Swift Reconfiguration can go to the board, because it's not good in every matchup. And I do want to keep my creature count high with Thalia and with multiple pieces of equipment. Okay, we're not playing Field of the Dead, but Elite Spellbinder looks pretty good here. I think we'll play that. Okay, yeah, let's cut this. This is a lot of threes. Oh, Thraben Inspector got taken. That's a bummer. Pretty surprising. We can take balance. Hero of Bladehold and Parallax Wave came around. Okay, which one do we want? Turn 1, Hero of Bladehold off of Black Lotus is busted, but I'm not going to build around Black Lotus too much. I think I'm going to take the Parallax Wave. This is like a good card, but the upside on Parallax Wave is much higher, and I think they're probably both going to start on the sideboard. This card is really, really good, but it's soft removal, and it doesn't do anything immediately. Whereas Parallax Wave is a sort of unique effect. Yeah, I'll take the Parallax Wave. So I think if we have to cut a card, it's going to be Adeline, Silverblade, or Flicker Wisp, one of these three. Probably not Flicker Wisp. This is increasingly becoming a pretty good Flicker Wisp deck, and I really like having flyers. Adeline or Silverblade Paladin. They're both sort of similar in that they're just like great at attacking on the ground. I think Silverblade's a bit better though. So I love this card. I'm not saying I don't think it's good. Oh my gosh. Alright, we'll take Path and cut Adeline. And if we ever have a matchup where we want to bring something in, Adeline is a solid card that will always be decent. Okay, there's the Leon and Relic Order. Is there any chance this could be a 15 land deck? Yeah, I think this could actually be 15. We have a pretty low curve. We do have some mana sinks in Figure of Destiny and Student of Warfare. But I still think 15 is fine here. You can also generally play a lower land count in monocolor decks because you don't need to worry about having the right colors. Okay, Elspeth is good. We're not going to play it in the main deck, but there will be some matchups where we sideboard into a bigger deck, and Elspeth will be good in those matchups. Alright, so the other card we really want is, I forget what it's called, that 2-1 for 1 mana with Boast. Nice, Usher of the Fallen. There's also Kitchen Finks, but let's take the Usher. You just want to play pretty much every 1-drop you can in these decks. So we need one more cut. Maybe Council's Judgment, actually. It's good, but it's not good in every matchup, and I like the idea of being very proactive in game 1. Last pick, Circle of Dreams Druid. Alright, sure. This deck looks just phenomenal. We have a really good sideboard of almost all cards that we could play in the main deck. We even have land tax. We can bring in Mana Vault in some matchups where we just need to be as fast as possible. But this deck is just busted. Even without Black Lotus, it would be an incredible deck. And then we just will win some free games because we play Black Lotus Gideon on turn 1. Alright. 10 basic planes, nope, 11 basic planes, and this is perfection. I'll see you in round 1. Alright, we have our opponent for round 1. Insert clever name here. We are on the play. Great hand, we'll keep it. It's a little bit heavy on lands, but we have a lot of good disruptive lands and a good aggressive curve. Playing against red, huh? Ooh, Firebolt's annoying. Okay, fair enough. Mother of Runes is a good draw, but I think I want to be mana efficient and play the Vedanta Vanguard this turn. Goblin Guide, alright. We're going to be racing. They hit us for 2. Wow, a lot of lands. I'm very happy I'm not drawing that for turn. We're only playing 15. Okay, well, tapping their mountain means they can't cast their Seething Song. So we're definitely going to want to use Richard Port. Interesting. I think let's still use Port this turn. So Mother of Runes, hit for 3, and then pass and tap their land in their upkeep. Alright, so tap your mountain, and next turn we can play Silverblade Paladin and start swinging for a solid amount of damage. Man, that's pretty bad. That's their second 2-for-1 removal spell that they've had. Firebolt and Bone Crusher Giant are both exceptionally strong against our deck. Alright, we take 2. Let's see what we're going to draw. Giver of Runes. Okay, so this turn let's go Silverblade Paladin plus Giver of Runes. And then next turn we can get back to porting them. Take 6. We're significantly ahead in the damage race. And we're ahead on board, but we don't really have any more gas. Koth of the Hammer. That's a pretty terrible draw here. Doesn't really do anything. Oh, they're adding mana. Weird. And then playing Bone Crusher Giant, maybe? Sure. So the question is, do we care about the Koth, or do we just go at their face? I think we just want to go at their face. Especially because Richard and Port is good against the Koth plus. And then anything we draw in our deck would be good here. Any spell we draw. I guess Black Lotus would not be good. Sure. That changes the race calculation a little bit. Now we can't kill them nearly as quickly, so we might want to go after the Koth. Jeez, this is a lot of lands. We've drawn 7 lands, and we only have 8 left in the entire deck. Okay, that was a decent draw. I think I'm not going to use the Giver of Runes. Actually, I'm just going to swing Adonto Vanguard at the Koth. And if they want to block with Bone Crusher Giant, that's fine. Alright, they just let it die, sure. Thalia, and then we can port them and put them down to 1 land. And they don't really have good attacks because we can use Giver of Runes to give our Thalia protection from red. Also, since they use the Fire Blast, they're pretty far away from flashing back Fire Bolt. Okay, I am going to go for this. If they have a removal spell, they have a removal spell. Not the end of the world. Protection from red. Just cast a 2/2. Sure. Ooh, that was a good draw. So let's attack with just Adonto Vanguard. I was going to attack with both, but now we can attack with just Adonto. Because we can set up to win a longer game. Okay, I think I'm going to pay 4 life here rather than tap my Giver of Runes. And I think there's a fine trade. 10 life is still healthy enough. Especially given the Fire Blast is already gone. And we'll play this. Take out their 4/3. We don't take 2 damage. That only triggers when it's the target of a spell, not an ability. And we will pass and tap their mountain. Really the only scary thing here would be a flyer, like a dragon. Lorebringer, Thundermaw Hellkite, something like that, but they don't have enough lands. Alright, sweet. Also, wait, did I... Oh, no, nice, I did put my face up in the top. Alright, so playing against mono red. Let's bring in land tax on the draw, and we can cut a plains. Actually, maybe we actually cut Wasteland. We saw no targets, and it can be relevant here. Definitely want the Baneslayer Angel. Parallax Wave seems fine. Adeline is pretty good. 4 toughness is a lot. Council's Judgment is good removal, and then we definitely want Swift Reconfiguration. So a lot of cards that we're bringing in. What are we bringing out? Lion Sash is probably a little too slow, and it's also, like, GTA and Sword of Fire and Ice are so good that we're almost never going to want to search for Lion Sash. I think I like all these Planeswalkers. Flicker Wisp is not amazing, because it dies to a lot of their burn spells. I think we can cut Flicker Wisp, and Silverblade Paladin, actually. Elite Spellbinder also dies to their removal spells, but it has a good impact still. What's the last cut? I don't think I want to cut a 1-drop. Oh, Adonto Vanguard. Yeah, Adonto Vanguard is terrible when you're on defense. We were on offense there, but that won't always be the case. Parallax Wave is fine, but I don't think it's amazing. We could bring in Mana Vault now that we're both on the draw and we brought in Baneslayer Angel. Yeah, I think I like that, actually. And then cut... Let's see, we didn't see that much that the Leonin Relic Order is good against, but they probably do have some. Elspeth and Gideon both make a lot of blockers, which I like. Definitely can't cut a land. Maybe it's Student of Warfare. Yeah, let's cut Student of Warfare. It's pretty bad against their instant speed removal. You don't really want to be like pouring mana into it and then just like getting blown out. Alright, great hand. We'll definitely keep this. Mana Vault looks solid here. It will deal us a lot of damage over the course of the game, but turn 1 or turn 2 Gideon or Palace Jailer is probably good enough that that's fine. Okay. Land Vault, and we'll pass. GTA was an excellent draw. We might go next turn Relic Warder or Thalia, and then turn 3 GTA to play and equip. Alternatively, we could just play Gideon or Palace Jailer, but we'll see what they do. Okay, let's just play Thalia this turn, and we still have enough to play and equip this next turn. This, it's better against their burn spells. So we'll see what they do. Hopefully they just, like, play out some dorky little dude, and GTA can wreck their board. Okay, they have the Burst Lightning. That's a bummer. Now, hopefully we can draw a land, and then go Usher of the Fallen plus one of our 4-drops. Bummer. Do we want to play the Recruiter of the Guard here? Like, just playing Leon and Relic Order and passing seems pretty bad. If we play Recruiter of the Guard, what happens? What do we get? We would have 2 mana left over. We could play, like, Stoneforge Mystic, but that's not that impressive. I think I am just going to play Leon and Relic Order, actually. Or, we could Leon and Relic Order our own Mana Vault. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, let's actually do this. So we'll play the Relic Order, and take out our own Mana Vault, and use the Mana Vault to play GTA. And then if they kill the Relic Order, we get the Mana Vault back. And if they don't kill the Relic Order, then we can go to work with GTA. Alright, Wasteland. That doesn't do much. Seething Song. Wow. Alright, they have something pretty big here. Could be Thundermaw Hellkite. Goldspan Dragon. Okay, that's less scary. It's not... It's like... I mean, we're taking 10 damage this turn. That is a lot. But if we get the GTA going, I like our position. Oh, wow. That's a really, really good turn. Are we just dead? We're going down to 10 on the triggers. If we chump block... Or if we trade with the Runaway Steamkin, we die exactly. We could chump block Hellrider and go to 1, but we can't win from that position, so I'll concede. That was a really, really good turn 4. Goldspan Dragon into Hellrider on turn 4, not bad. Alright, on the play, let's... Obviously cutting land tax. I don't think we want to play Mana Vault either. Let's add 2 more basics. And run it like this, I think. Do we want to bring in... Oh, maybe Student of Warfare is good. But if we're playing Baneslayer Angel, we have like a relatively high curve. Maybe we cut Adeline and play Student of Warfare to keep the low curve. Yeah, let's run it like this. And I'm still not going to play the Wasteland. Alright, good hand. Oh, maybe we should actually be... Yeah, Leon and Relic Warder is kind of bad. That Leon and Relic Warder should probably be Adonto Vanguard. I know it's not great when we're... Like, well, I guess we just want to be the aggressor here. It's better to be the aggressor in this matchup. I'm going to lead on... Well, no. I was saying I was going to lead on Caracas because I actually want them to Wasteland me here pretty badly, but... I don't want them to know that we have Wasteland. Like, they might have Ragavan and play Ragavan over another 1-drop. Goblin Guide. Okay, so we're going to get to untap with Mother of Runes. That's really good for us. Alright, we take one, or take two. Alright, I'm just going to jam Leonin Relic Order as a 2-2, and we'll pass. Okay, so they are going to kill our Mother of Runes here. I'm going to let this happen, though. I don't want to just take it and not use the Mother of Runes, so we'll get our 2-for-1. Kill the like Mother of Runes is essentially going to trade with a burn spell and a Goblin Guide. Stomp the Mother of Runes, yep. Unfortunate, but fine. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, that was a huge blunder. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a blunder. It was just good for them. I totally forgot that it says damage can't be prevented this turn. So that stops the protection from red. It's still, I think we made the right play. That just, like, is the worst possible card they could have had there, unfortunately. And we don't have a play this turn, so we just play Mishra's Factory and pass. But we have a couple good 4-drops. I think we're still in a decent position, even though that was good for them. Okay, they just cast the Bone Crusher. Not a problem. We can play Palace Jailer. And they don't have enough mana to play a Dragon this turn. They could play Hellrider, which would be kind of annoying. And I think I would just Chump Block if they did that. But hopefully they don't have anything with haste. Recruiter of the Guard was a nice pickup. Next turn, we'll probably just play Gideon with Path Up, but we could also play Recruiter for Stoneforge. Avalanche Riders. Okay, fair enough. You get to kill our factory. And I will certainly be trading. And now I think we want to just play Recruiter of the Guard rather than Gideon, because I do very much want to have... Oh, nice. I want to have a removal spell available. So we'll play Recruiter. And grab Solitude or Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get Stoneforge. I think GT is good enough that it's worth really trying to find here. Plus, we already have a couple removal spells. Okay, Mana Tithe was probably a good draw. I think they're okay. Swift Spear, sure. Now if they have a removal spell, Hazoret. Okay, nice. So we can just kill the Hazoret, Chump Block the Monastery Swift Spear. Oh, I should have definitely Mana Tithe that. That was a misplay. Sorry about that. I think we're still gonna win, but still, you want to play optimally. Okay. We'll play Port Gideon. Now, if they have a removal spell for the Knight, we might need to use Path here, which I don't really love. Okay. Eidolon's fine. Our life total is healthy. They kill our Port. That's fine. Alright, if they just pass, we're in a almost unlosable position, I think. Wow, we even drew the GT. So let's go 2-2. Land. Cast the GT, taking 2. Equip the GT. And we'll swing for 2. Pass turn. Palace Jailer has been very good this game. That's sort of funny that we got Stoneforge Mystic and then just drew both of our equipment. It's pretty bad, but I'm not very worried about it. Hellrider. Okay, that resolves. We're going to let them go to combat, and then we're going to kill their Eidolon and then path their Hellrider. And they'll probably concede to that. This is game. All right, sweet. So very good start. This deck seems awesome. We're 1-0. I'll see you in round 2. All right, we have our opponent for round 2. We are on the play again. That's excellent. Oh man, I don't think we can keep this. No plays in the first 2 turns is just too bad. Yeah, we can do much better. Where's our Black Lotus? What's going on here? Great hand. We'll definitely keep it. I think we put back the Relic Warder. There's a world where I regret this. If they just play like Soul Ring on turn 1, that will be pretty frustrating. But Adoptive Vanguard hits harder. I want to be proactive and just curve out. So I think this is how we want to run it. Land, Usher of the Fallen, pass. Triome Go is exactly what we want to see. We draw Caracas, okay. So let's go. Interesting. We could go Mishra's Factory if we want to have the option of attacking with the Factory next turn. But I don't really think there's any world where we do that. And we might draw Spectral Procession and want to play that. So I think it's better to play Plains first. Play the Vanguard, hit for 2. The next turn we can hit for 5 and play Elite Spellbinder. And the turn after that we can animate the Factory and hit for 10. Demonic Tutor, okay. Strong card, but it is slow. They could have Toxic Deluge, but we can, whatever they get, we can just make it cost 2 more with a Spellbinder, and that'll shut it down fairly effectively. Alright, that was a terrible draw, but I think we're in a really good position here. We might be able to win without playing any more spells. Okay, so they're playing mono green. Elder Gargaroth is kind of a huge problem, and it's not legendary. They can Mind Twist our hand, and I don't really care. So we're not going to take that. Natural Order is a bit slow. Like, they need to have a creature in play and untap with it. So I think it's between the Gargaroth and the Green Sun Zenith. And the Gargaroth could be a... Well, let's do it out the math. This turn we hit them for 5, they go to 13. Then we hit them for 10, then they play their 3rd land. Then we hit them for 10. Yeah, I think we can race the Gargaroth, so let's just take the Green Sun Zenith to prevent them from playing to the board next turn. Alright, we will attack for 5. And then next turn we can put them down to 3. My guess is that they're going to Mind Twist here, but we'll see. Devoted Druid, that's really bad. That's exactly what we didn't want to see. Like, we took Green Sun Zenith so they couldn't go Green Suns for Devoted Druid, but then they just top decked the mana dude, and we drew a brick. Okay, this is, all of a sudden, this swung pretty heavily against us. We'll animate this, attack with everything, and then boast the Usher of the Fallen. I guess just Elder Gargaroth on its own still isn't enough, though. It is very good. But like they need a board sweeper essentially because they can block the Elite Spellbinder, gain 3 going to 6, but then they would still die. They can Natural Order sacking Green Sun Zenith, or sacking the Devoted Druid, but whatever they get wouldn't matter. Progenitus certainly wouldn't do it. Crater Hope wouldn't do it. Hornet Queen would be pretty good. Yeah, Hornet Queen would be the biggest problem. Hopefully they don't have that. Alright, they go to 2. Alright, they just play the Gargaroth, so they have 2 blockers. They're going to take 5. Yeah, I think they die exactly here. Land, animate the Factory, and attack with everyone. Right, so they block Adonta Vanguard and Elite Spellbinder. They take 5, they gain 3, and they die exactly. Alright, sweet. So we got pretty flooded there, but we're still able to pull out game 1 against basically mono green. Green is a tough matchup in general. Cards like Elder Gargaroth are really effective against us. But we're able to take down game 1, which is a good start. I think we want Council's Judgment. We might want Ravagers of War. We might want Baneslayer Angel. On the draw, we should bring in this. I think we do want Swift Reconfiguration. I think we can cut Lion Sash. That's just not really what this matchup is about. Just like dorky ground creatures are pretty bad here. Like Leonin Relic Order, probably not amazing. Thalia, probably not amazing. Adante Vanguard, also not great. Like, granted, we won that game because we were able to attack aggressively on the ground, but I don't think that's a viable plan post-board, particularly. Probably Council Judgment. That even gets around Progenitus. That's sort of sweet. And then I think we could cut or bring in Mana Vault. Actually, on the play I would bring in Ravagers of War, but I don't think on the draw. I think we should just run it like this. Parallax Wave is another option. Maybe we actually should play this over Dante Vanguard. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll submit like this. Alright, solid hand. We have no early removal. I don't really want to evoke Solitude here. Ooh, they don't have a 1-drop. That's good for us. Drawing another land is not good for us. Uh-oh. We might need to Solitude that. I really hope we draw a spell. Okay, yeah, I think we should Solitude, as much as I hate to do it. So we'll Solitude, pitching our 4-drop. And then use Port, I think. We could have leveled up the Figure of Destiny once, but I think this is probably better. Bummer that their black source is a basic. Devoted Druid, okay. Interesting draw. Let's go Plains, Silverblade Paladin. And the next one we can... Oh no, we can't quite go Plane Equip, unfortunately. But Sword of Fire and Ice is very good with Double Strike. Dude, they have the Gargaroth. Bummer. Okay, hopefully we can draw a removal spell of some sort. Another land. That is terrible. So we'll go Mishra's Factory, Sword, and pass and level up the Figure of Destiny. How can we ever beat this Elder Gargaroth? I guess next turn we can make Figure of Destiny a 4/4 with Double Strike. That's probably how we need to do it. But then this problem is that they can just make chump blockers every turn with the Gargaroth. This card is just so good against us. It's huge, it blocks our flyers, it has vigilance so it can attack and block. Just a really, really tough card for us to beat. Here they can get Mind Twist and take out our hand, but that actually doesn't matter because our hand is terrible. Natural Order to sack the... Yeah, so we're going to lose this game, but I just want to see what their Natural Order target is. Progenitus. So we have one answer to that, which is the Council Judgment. They didn't attack. That's weird. Can we draw Council Judgment? Okay, so we'll play Plains. Play Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, whoops, we should have leveled up Figure of Destiny end of last turn, but it doesn't really matter. Equip this here. And pass. Okay, they can wasteland one of our lands. Don't really care about that. This Progenitus is going to kill us in 2 swings, though. Oh, they really have more gas? Garrick? Okay. They can make it 3-3. Alright, so we're going to go to 10. We're not just dead this turn because we can gain life with GT. But we're in really, really bad shape if we don't draw exactly Council's Judgment this turn. That's not Council's Judgment. Alright, so we'll go land, GT, equip GT to the figure. Swing at them for 4, or for way more than 4, but swing at them with this. Whoa, they just take it? Okay. So, wait, we can't kill them. We can actually get kind of close to killing them, I think. They're at 15, we could hit them for 2 down to 13, and then use the 2 counters before damage to pump it to be 8 power. So they're at 13, we hit them for 8. And then hit them for 2 more. No, I don't. So we can't quite kill them this turn. We can put them down to 3, but that doesn't kill them. So let's go. We could kill their Gargaroth and their Birds of Paradise and gain some life, or we could kill their Garrick. I think we need to kill this Gargaroth actually, so we can deal. Yeah, we'll hit the Gargaroth, and we're not going to use the GT here to pump this because that doesn't quite do enough. Alright, now we'll go kill your Gargaroth. And kill your Birds of Paradise. I wish we could re-equip the GT, but we can't. Now we pass, and we can gain life so that we don't die to this Progenitus swing. And then we can try and kill them on the backswing. So, Council Judgment would do it. Parallax Wave would do it. So let's gain some life. And then chump block the Beast with the Stoneforge. Now if we draw a removal spell, we win. I guess they have another blocker. Okay. Council Judgment! Oh my gosh. Okay. How do we do this? So if they hadn't had the second blocker, we would just win. We can play land. Okay, so there's a few different considerations here. First of all, are we going to try to port them? So we could, if we just swing with both right now, they have to block. They block both. Or do we want to swing with just Figure of Destiny? No, if we swing with both. The problem is we're only going to get 2 GT counters because we're going to lose. Yeah, we're only going to get 2 GT counters. So we need to make sure we don't die on the backswing. We can go to 6 life. If they block both. Well, what happens if we just... No, actually, I think we just want to attack with Figure. They chump block with the Llanowar Elves. We get GT counters. Then we move the GT over to the Silverblade and Council Judgment the Progenitus. Yeah, I think that's the play. Yep. Much less explosive than last turn, but still solid. So we'll play the Council Judgment, take out the Progenitus. Move the GT over here. And pass turn. And if they find a removal spell, we're exactly dead. But we can gain 6 life, so, like, yeah, I mean, I think they have 1 draw here, and if they don't draw it this turn, then the GTA is just going to start snowballing too much. So they make their 3rd beast with Garrick. They don't really have attacks. Wow. This has been wild. Are we actually going to pull this one off? So, I think we just want to attack with both, like this. Yeah. Double Strike is so good with these equipments. I don't really think there's a way for them to win from this position. They already played Natural Order. They only have 5 mana, so they can't do Crater Hoof or anything like that. I guess they could go like Black Lotus, Hardcast Crater Hoof, maybe. So we should try to take any steps we can to prevent losing to that. Alright, we got there. So, we're 2-0, headed to the finals, fighting for the trophy with Mono White. See you there. Alright, we have our opponent. We're on the draw against J. Pablo. Alright, good hand. We'll keep this. It's not super broken. We still haven't drawn Black Lotus a single time, but we will keep it. Interesting. Breeding Pool untapped. I wonder what that could mean. We're just going to play our Giver of Runes and pass. Lion's Ash is not very impressive on turn 2, but it's better than having no play on turn 2. Ancestral Recall. Okay. Zori Signet, yep. This is pretty anemic. I would say we're extremely unlikely to win this game. Palace Jailer, I guess, could win on its own against some decks. I guess we'll see what they're doing. Another land, alright. Let's attack. I think it's better to play Flicker Wisp than Sword of Fire and Ice here. They might have, like, Venser or something, but okay, they don't have anything. That's good. Play the Flicker Wisp, and we'll flicker a land so that we can exile their Ancestral Recall. If this resolves. If they counter this, that's fine. The key card in our hand is Palace Jailer. Remand. Bummer. Whoa, they're playing red too. Okay. Could be an Omnath deck. Alright, we'll go land, swing with both. Then we need to decide if we want to play Palace Jailer into their open mana or not. I think I will play it because we have, I mean, hopefully resolved. If they counter it, but it's more mana efficient. And if it resolves, we aren't out of removal spells because we can Flicker Wisp our own Palace Jailer and become the Monarch again and take out another creature. Snapcaster Mage Remand. Okay. You know your card is good when they're remanding it instead of playing Ancestral Recall. So, I mean, we're in a decent spot on board, but they have 8 cards in hand. It really sucks that these creatures are these. Like, if this was a 2-1 instead of a 1-2, they'd be way lower. If this was an Andante Vanguard instead of a Lion Sash, we'd be in great position. Four mana for the Wandering Emperor. They can take out one of our dudes. Alright. Now, if they don't have another play, we're in a good spot, because we can Palace Jailer to take out the Snapcaster and then kill their Wandering Emperor. But there's a good chance they'll have some piece of interaction. Can we draw Mana Tithe? Thalia. That's kind of like a Mana Tithe, but not as good. Yeah, I think we just gotta go for this. Please don't have another counterspell. Okay. We become the Monarch. We can take out their Snap. And we try to kill the Wandering Emperor. Cathar Commando to block. Okay. This is fine. If they want to make this trade, I'm okay with it. They're going to get to keep the Wandering Emperor, but we're the Monarch. So exile their Ancestral, and this trade goes through. Gideon Jura. That's not that bad. If they just plus the Wandering Emperor, what is this? Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Interesting. We have a few options. I think what we're going to want to do is just flicker our Palace Jailer. Yeah, Solidifying Ice doesn't do anything. So we'll go 3 mana, Flicker Wisp on Palace Jailer, and then when it comes back, we can take out the Scavenging Ooze. And then let's get Mother of Runes down and Thalia. Now, if they have a board sweeper, it's going to be kind of bad, but or actually that would be pretty bad. If they have board sweeper, because then they could attack us with Gideon and take the Monarchy back. But if they don't have a board sweeper, they're going to have a hard time against this board. Red and 6, that's pretty annoying because that can kill Mother of Runes. So they can make it 2-2 and then plus Gideon. And that's pretty good. It's going to be close. But if they become the Monarch again, we're going to be in a really bad spot, and they're probably going to be able to do that. I love our opponent's deck. That's kind of my favorite kind of deck to play. Recruiter of the Guard is an excellent pickup. I think we definitely want to start with that and see what we have. If we can take out the Samurai token, that will be a pretty big help. We could grab Solitude, but that seems a little bit narrow. We could grab Silverblade Paladin and give the Flicker Wisp double strike. But then it would hit for 6, so it still wouldn't quite work. I think Solitude is the pick here. Yeah, let's take the Solitude. Let's attack their Gideon with everything because we have to. And I'm not going to Solitude this. I want to save the Solitude to take out the Gideon if they go for that. Okay, they trade with the Palace Jailer. Gideon takes 5. Then let's play Student of Warfare and level them up twice so they can't kill it with Renin 6. And we'll save the Usher of the Fallen in the hand to pitch to Solitude. We can overpower these Planeswalkers eventually as long as we stay the Monarch. So it's really just if they have a board sweeper. If they were to become the Monarch, they would get back Scavenging Ooze and Snapcaster Mage. And then they would be drawing 2 cards a turn, and it would be really hard for us ever to get the Monarchy back. Dak Faden. Wow, they have a lot of Planeswalkers. Dak isn't that good here, though. We have no artifacts. It's a good thing the sword is not in play. But they're going to be able to loot and dig towards some more action, potentially. They don't have that much mana this turn, though. Especially with Dali attacking their Planeswalkers. So they could go Ren to ping the Recruiter, Gideon swing, and then we could either Solitude or Chump Block with the Student of Warfare. But if they don't plus the Gideon, then we can wreck their Planeswalkers. So there's a lot of pressure on them to do that. And if they do plus the Gideon, then we'll have a lot of creatures to attack it, and we can probably kill it. Okay, they kill the Flicker Wisp, sure. Palace Jailer is the reason we are in this game, I'll tell you that much. Okay, they do plus. Right now we have... Oh, man. Right now we have 6 damage. That's kind of annoying. So it's not enough to kill the Gideon right at the moment. They plus the Wandering Emperor, and then hopefully have nothing. Okay, so do we want to play the sword? I don't think so in the face of the Dak. So let's just level this up all the way. And this will make it a lethal attack on the Gideon, so they have to respond in some way. Alright. Everything goes to Gideon. Adonta Vanguard was a kind of nice draw. Oh no, they have something? Oh, Cycle Triumph. Sure. Sweet. So we finally killed the Gideon. Now let's play the Adonta Vanguard so we have a blocker even in the face of a board sweeper. And we'll pass turn. There's the Lotus right on time. They can look at a lot of cards. They can loot. They can plus rend to bring back the Jetmir's Garden. Cycle that. And if they find a board sweeper and then make a 2/2 with the Wandering Emperor, we'll be in a not great position, but not even that bad. Because we're still the Monarch, and they still don't really have any way to take that back from us. They have a lot of graveyard things with Direfleet, Daredevil, Scavenging Ooze, and Snapcaster Mage, so I do like Lion Sash. Imagine if we drew it now. We could just instantly make it. These are all permanent, so we could make it into an 8/8. They could play Balance. Okay, Phantasmal Image probably copying Recruiter of the Guard. We'll see what they can get there. Sower of Temptation would be kind of bad. They could get like a Mole Drifter. Oh, they have a Palace Jailer of their own. Oh no! That's terrible. That's so bad because they're going to become the Monarch and they're going to get back their Snapcaster Mage and their Scavenging Ooze. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, what are we going to do about this? They're going to have 4 blockers. We're going to have 3 attackers. So even with Solitude, we can't become the Monarch. That's rough. I think we're going to lose to this. Okay, they take out that. Makes sense. Sword of Fire and Ice doesn't help us because the creatures are white and green primarily. Yeah, I think the Palace Jailer is going to win. I was not expecting them to be playing that card, but I guess they are. Yep, they're cashing in all their Planeswalkers to winnow down our board. We could mill them. That's one potential game plan. We're still at 20, and we have a decent hand. They're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn, but that's fine. We can Solitude to take out the Scavenging Ooze, which is going to be the biggest threat. They take out our Dante Vanguard. Yep. Pretty good swing for them there. And the Sword of Fire and Ice is just bad against the deck. Okay, so let's go. The Lotus actually is going to come in kind of handy, I guess. Hardcast Solitude taking out Scavenging Ooze. Then we'll play Silverblade Paladin, pair it with a Recruiter of the Guard, and swing at them. They need to block because they're gonna because they can't let us become the Monarch. So they'll probably just trade this with Palace Jailer. Yep. And then I'm just going to drop this Usher of the Fallen into play. And pass turn. They loot again. They're down to 10 cards in their library. Unfortunately, we have a lot of lands in our deck still. We've gone through 7, so we still have 8 remaining. Bummer. Firebolt is really good against us. Mizzy Mortars the Solitude. They don't have triple red, so they couldn't overload the Mizzy Mortars. Then they play Teferi, bounce our Usher of the Fallen, and hit us for 4. Although if they hit us for 4, we can kill the Teferi. Kitchen Finks, okay. Just swinging for 2, alright. We need to draw something. Jite, does that do anything? I mean, this Dak Faden is just so bad for us. So what does it look like if we play and equip the Sword of Fire and Ice? They just chump block with Kitchen Finks and then steal the sword. That seems bad. Yeah, as unappealing as it is, I think we literally just go Usher of the Fallen pass. Yeah, that's a bummer, but I think this is what we need to do. They're light on win conditions. It's going to be tough for them to win in time, and giving them these equipments speeds up their clock a lot. So flashback, firebolt, kill that. Yep. Then they hit us for just 2. They need to be more aggressive than this. So do we want to trade Recruiter with Snapcaster Mage? Oh no, they're not going to offer that. They did that. Swinging with just Kitchen Finks. Alright, we'll take 3 for sure. Ouch. Okay. Land, go. They're at 6 cards. Okay, they swing like this. That's fine. I'm going to take a 5. Next turn I will block, though, because the turn after... I guess, yeah, I don't want them to... We want to prevent at least 3 damage with this Recruiter. Ideally more. Right now, having it in play is preventing more than that because they can't attack with everything every turn. Okay, Elite Spellbinder. Let's play that. Red Elemental Blast, sure. I don't think there's any point in playing out these equipment still, so let's just pass. Elite Spellbinder is a pretty good one because it flies. Oh, we could, no attacks. Yeah, Elite Spellbinder is good. They do have Smuggler's Copter, so it can't necessarily connect, but it prevents them from attacking with their Copter. They could, I guess if they, yeah, no, they can't kill us here almost no matter what. Bribery. Okay, what does that get? It can't get any 4-drops. It could get, like... It can't get Silverblade Paladin. No Flicker Wisp. Figure of Destiny. Fair enough. That can become pretty big. Yep, their figure is now 4/4. If they... So, Sword of Fire and Ice gives protection from Snapcaster Mage and from Figure of Destiny, so we might be able to somehow figure out a way to get the Sword of Fire and Ice to enable us to connect. And if we were able to connect with it, we become the Monarch, we get back our... I guess we only get back a Dante Vanguard. But, we become the Monarch, and I think we might be able to win from that position. We should be able to. Alright, they crew the Copter. Make their thing a 4/4, and then, I mean, I guess they swing with a Copter. But now we're going to be able to become the Monarch. I'm going to chump block the Kitchen Finks this turn with the Recruiter. So we go to 5. If we draw one more land, we can actually play and equip both equipment. So we weirdly want to draw land here. Gideon ally of Zendikar. Okay, so we can play and equip Jite and play Gideon. I think that's probably our best bet. They have to win this turn. Oh, we don't want to become the Monarch actually at this point because we want them to draw 2 cards. So if we play Gideon, make a chump blocker, play Jite, equip it, hit their Teferi, then we have 1 blocker. They can't kill it. We have 4 points of life gain, so we can go to 8, or we can go to 9. Oh, but then this Figure of Destiny. Do they have? Yeah, they can make the Figure of Destiny into an 8/8. Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. What if instead we equip the Sword of Fire and Ice? Does that do anything? I don't think so. I mean, well, I guess it would let us draw a card. Yeah, we're going to lose to this Figure of Destiny unless we draw something this turn. So I think we need to play an equipped sword. Really, really close. I really wish this dealt more damage. We can't quite kill the Figure of Destiny. Yeah, just getting flying is what's the real problem here. So we hit them. We become the Monarch. Let's kill Palace Jailer. There's the Swords to Plowshares. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Swords to Plowshares, Figure of Destiny. Then we equip the Seer and pass. But they still actually do have lethal. Oh, so close. Very, very close. If we had, like, if we were able to get GT counters and draw the Swords to Plowshares, we could have won. But they should be able to kill us here. So they can bounce to Fairy, go to 0 cards in deck, and then kill us precisely. Oh man, wow, what a game 1. That was very close. Alright, so they win a really, really close game. Yeah, that was quite a battle. But it is what it is. So they're playing Palace Jailer. I mean, their deck is sort of ridiculous. Their mana requirements are very strict. So Wasteland and Richardson Port should be good against them. I think this should be a good matchup all around, but we do fall in game 1. No land tax, no balance. I don't think we need Disenchant. Adeline seems okay. It's bad against a fairy, but seems pretty good. Let's definitely bring in Ravagers of War against their greedy mana base. Council's Judgment seems like it's probably worth it. I don't like having all these artifacts against stack, but I think we just need to accept that. Well, maybe we cut Jite. It's not that good against them, and it's very good against us. It does make combat good for us, but I think that's probably okay to cut. And then do we want to run it back like this otherwise? Maybe we want Adeline. Maybe we want more lands if we're on the play and we brought in a 4-drop. Thalia seems good. Flickerwisp, I think, is fine. We could also just cut the Stoneforge package. That's one strategy, which insulates us a lot against Stack Faden. And there's plenty of other good cards we could bring in. Like bring in these 2 plus the land. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this here. None of the equipment seem particularly good. They're also playing Disenchant. Yeah, let's run it like this. Okay, we'll keep it. It's not the sexiest hand ever, but good mix of lands and spells, reasonable curve. I wish this Leo and Relic Warder was a 1-drop, but it's fine. Thalia and Elite Spellbinder can really tax their mana, especially if they're on a mulligan. Alright, turn 2 Thalia. Pretty strong. I would love to draw a Wasteland. They can't play Wrenn and 6 here, which is excellent. And then we can Elite Spellbinder to delay the Wrenn and 6 further. Okay, this is a terrible, terrible play. Almost definitely. It's just going to make it so hard for them to cast spells. Okay, these cards are all pretty bad with 2 Thalias in play. Definitely not taking Remand. I think we just take the Extraction Specialist. Yeah, let's grab that. Now, all of their cards cost 1,000,000 mana. Granted, so do ours, but I think this is fine for us. They top deck something. Could be Wrenn and 6. Yeah, I think they have a Wrenn and 6, which is going to be pretty bad for us. Spectral Procession, can't play that. Okay, so yeah, I think we just swing for 3 and pass, unfortunately. We could play the Leonin Relic Warder, but I kind of want to save that for Smuggler's Copter, and having a 2/2 is not that good when they have the Thalia on the board. Yeah, let's just pass. Do they have the Wrenn? Hopefully this is just Smuggler's Copter. Azorius Signet, okay. Good thing we held the Leonin Relic Warder. Yeah, they completely forfeited the game when they copied our Thalia. Or, no, didn't forfeit the game. That's an exaggeration, but, that was a pretty bad play. Making all of your own cards cost 2 more is not a good strategy against a creature beatdown deck. Okay, now we could play either one of these, but I think we just want to play the Relic Warder. So let's hit them for 3, put them down to 9, and then hit their Signet. Okay, they can play Teferi now if they want. They can play Smuggler's Copter. Okay, Smuggler's Copter, not a problem. Okay. Few options here. We could play Council's Judgment and take out the Copter. I think we probably should start with the Council's Judgment. Yeah, let's cast this. They should crew the Copter in response. Okay, they didn't crew the Copter, so are they just dead? Well, no, they're not dead, but we can take out their Thalia and put them to 2. Then their spells are going to be slightly unlocked. But I think that's still worth it. If they crewed the Copter in response, then we could vote for the Copter. But now we'll just do this. Put them to 2. We have 3 lethal attackers. And we still are taxing their mana somewhat. We do still have the Thalia in play. Alright, sweet. So we take down game 2. Hard to say if we would have won if they hadn't copied our Thalia. Probably not. Although we did have a decent hand. Would have been close. But at any rate, we're going to game 3 of the finals against 4-color control. Let's bring in land tax and cut a plains. Do we want to bring in... not balance. Do we want to bring in disenchant? It's good against Copter. It's good against Signet. That's not that many things, though. I don't think we want to do that. And then secondly, do we want to bring in Mana Vault? It's better against that because we can just tap it in response. It does let us make some more explosive turns. Ren and 6 is really good. Like if they have turn 2 Ren, it's going to be tough for us to win. Is Restoration Angel any good? Kind of. We could bring in... Well, okay, are there any cards we don't want? All of the 1 toughness creatures are a liability against Ren and 6, but I think we still need to play them. We could maybe cut, like, Usher of the Fallen. Because it's so bad against Ren and 6, and it's not even, like, that amazing in general. Yeah, I think I like this plan. We'll make that exchange. And then do we want to play this Mana Vault? No, let's keep the low card. We don't want to go too high on 4 drops. I think I'm going to play Mana Vault and run like this. Yeah, let's submit. This is not enough lands. I think we got to ship it. We have good 1 drops, but we don't even have any 2 mana plays, so we'll put that back. We'll keep this hand. Our first time drawing Black Lotus. We have no white sources. I wish this Mana Vault was a land. Okay, what is our plan for turn 1? We could go Mishra's Factory, tap it for Mana Vault, Black Lotus, and have 6 mana on turn 1. And then just play out our entire hand and hope that's good enough. Oh, no, we wouldn't have enough white mana to play out our entire hand. Okay. I think we should just put back the Council's Judgment, though. Well, okay, I think it's Council Judgment or Mana Vault. How much better is it to play Giver of Runes plus Elspeth on turn 1? I think it's actually a lot better because it's way better against Ren and 6. We'll still have an attacker. Yeah, let's put back Council's Judgment. That was a terrible draw. So basically, it's using the Mana Vault just to put Giver of Runes into play. I think that is worth it, though. Alright, and basically our plan is just to win with this. We don't have much else going. Hopefully we can hit a land. Nice. Let's go land. Do we want to... Okay, so there's a few different lines. The most aggressive is to just swing for 7. And I think that is the right line. Yeah, we just want to end this game. Yeah, that's right. We're swinging for 7 on turn 2. They can play Teferi and bounce something, but that's not that effective. They bounce the Giver of Runes. That's a little strange. Another land. Good draw. So we'll go land. I'm not going to play the Giver. I'm going to play Figure of Destiny this turn because it's a better attacker. So we'll hit Teferi and hit them. Or do we want to just hit them with both? Next turn, we can hit them for 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have lethal either way. I want to make sure I'm doing that math right. 5 from the factory, 1 from the soldier, 6, and then 7, 8 from the figure. Yeah, so we're presenting lethal, so we might as well kill the Teferi. Okay, we can't kill them anymore, but we're in a really good position, I think. Okay, this turn I think I'm actually just going to play out my creatures rather than attacking with a factory, since it doesn't change the clock. So we'll swing for 4. Alright, then Dante Vanguard. If they have remand, that's fine, but they don't. Giver of Runes, and we'll pass. Sweet. All right. That was a great deck, and we got the trophy. Let's pull up the deck list. This is our mono white deck, and it is a very, very good one. Actually, an incredible one. One of the best ones I've ever drafted. We had a lot of cheap creatures. We had both of the runes cards, and 3 other 1-drops, so 5 1-mana creatures, plus 3 1-mana interactive spells. We had a great mana base with 4 value lands. We had one of the best Stoneforge Mystic packages you can have. We had Palace Jailer, which is probably the best white card. We had Thalia. Just a really, really good deck. And then Black Lotus as well. And the Black Lotus was really only effective in one game, but it completely won us the last game by itself, which is a fun ending of the league. And then we had an entire other white deck in our sideboard that was also pretty good. Council Judgment on the Progenitus was incredible. That was such a fun play. Yeah, just a great deck all around. I think Mono White's underrated, or maybe it's rated highly, maybe people just don't like drafting it, but it's definitely underdrafted. And it's incredibly powerful, especially when it's this open. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.